Ladies and gentlemen, we are live in the DWI studios. It's DWI right now, episode 27. DWI 193. And right here we have one half of the DWI Tag Team Champions. A two-time former DWI Light Heavyweight Champion, Anthony Devlin, taking on the All-Star rematch from DWI Volume 192. Anthony Devlin was victorious at the last volume against Kareem the Dream. Taken to school by Ray Ayala and Anthony Devlin. And Kareem the Dream attacked Anthony Devlin from behind, still upset about losing at DWI Volume 192. And Kareem the Dream is just attacking Anthony Devlin. And right into the ring post. Quick start to this matchup. Kareem the Dream not playing around. And a chop, a knife edge chop right to the chest of Anthony Devlin. Anthony Devlin hasn't even been able to take his shirt off yet. And this is action-packed here with Village Shops in Ruskin, Florida. Kareem the Dream trying to make a name for himself here at DWI. Found himself on the short end of the stick against Ray Ayala and Anthony Devlin. And the frustration showing here is he is just assaulting one half of the tag team champions.
Get up, Andy!
And the All-Star taunting to the fans. He feels he's got this one in the back. What's he going to do here? Letting Anthony Devlin get to his feet's kind of a rookie mistake, but Anthony Devlin is hurting. Kareem the Dream comes in with kicks, punches. Referee Andrew, most handsome ref Jensen, tell him to get out of the corner. But Kareem the Dream showing quite the mean streak here at DWI, Volume 193. Irish whip from Kareem the Dream. He goes to the clothesline. Anthony Devlin ducks it. An amazing double spinning back kick right there. Anthony Devlin trying to turn the tides in this matchup. And a drop kick right to the side of the head. A knee right to the face. Kareem the Dream didn't see that one coming. The martial arts background from Anthony Devlin. And Anthony Devlin has to be upset after getting jumped from behind at the beginning of this matchup. And Anthony Devlin targeting the head of the All-Star. And what is he going for here? A beautiful Russian leg sweep, floats over into the pin. The agility of Anthony Devlin on display there as he slams the All-Star to the mat, floats over right to the pin. Very veteran maneuver. And again with the knees. Anthony Devlin suplex, float over. And at Volume 192, Anthony Devlin really took Kareem the Dream to school. Kareem the Dream, he almost hit the senton, but Anthony Devlin rolls out of the way. BKOD kicks him right in the face and wins the matchup. Now Kareem the Dream just getting stomped in the corner. And what a matchup we have to kick off DWI right now. Episode 27. Remember, folks, tickets are only $5. Come check us out. You're going to see action like this. And Kareem the Dream fighting out to the eye gouge. Underhanded tactics from the All-Star. And he just hit the RKO out of somewhere. That could be it right there. Only a 2 count. But Kareem the Dream, he has one half of the tag champs reeling at this point. Kick to the gut again. That's 2 of them. This has to be a... there you have it. What an upset as the All-Star Kareem the Dream pins one half of the tag team champions, Anthony Devlin. What a matchup to kick off DWI right now, episode 27. I can't believe Kareem the Dream was able to defeat Anthony Devlin, but he has done it. He started the match jumping him from behind, and he gets revenge. But I don't think we've seen the last of these two after that. The way Kareem the Dream jumped Anthony Devlin from behind, and he's still stomping Anthony Devlin. A mean streak from Kareem the Dream. What a victory! What an opening contest. DWI Volume 193. And I don't think Anthony Devlin saw that coming. He didn't even get to take his shirt off. What a matchup. And here we go with the second matchup of DWI right now, episode 27. And joining me in the booth for this matchup,
it's me, Anthony Devlin. I'm sorry, I'm just a little bummed after that loss. But let's not talk about me right now. Let's talk about my boy, the swagtastic, ultra, universal captain, Nova.
Aaron Nova. And Aaron Nova very upset about this matchup.
Yeah, slightly grumpy at Stephen Frick. Came to DWI, was doing very well for himself, had a match with Nova. And
he beat Nova in that match.
Beat Nova and left, and Nova feels that he abandoned the fans here, and he wants some redemption. Quick roll-up by Nova.
And then he goes onto that ankle pick right there. And Aaron Nova not happy, taking it very personally that Stephen Frick, after that match, didn't come back to DWI for a while. And Nova couldn't wait to get his hands on him when he heard he was returning.
Yeah, well, I hope my boy fares much better than I did. I'll tell you this much. I'm going to get my hands on Kareem. That was very unsportsmanlike, but I did break the cardinal rule, and that is defend yourself at all times. I did, and I put my back to him. He took advantage. He got the upper hand, and he got the 1, 2, 3. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to get mine back. But hopefully Aaron, my boy Nova here, does much better than I did. I think he will. Beautiful drop kick to the knee.
Nova seems so focused in this matchup. I've never seen this intensity from Aaron Nova.
He heard that Stephen Frick was going to be at DWI, and he wanted a piece of him. He begged the front office, I want Stephen Frick, and he got his wish.
And here we have Aaron Nova just attacking the leg of Stephen Frick. Steve has the height and weight advantage in this matchup, so if you take out his legs, you have a clear advantage.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Does that really matter? Because everybody Nova faces is bigger than him. So, you know what? My boy is more than capable.
And Aaron Nova ducks the line. Leg lariat. Drop kick.
Beautiful drop kick to the face.
Is it safe to say that Aaron Nova, you learned those at the Academy of Wrestling Sciences?
Oh, absolutely, baby. I'm sure he would tell you that himself. There's nothing with speaking the truth.
And Aaron Nova in control of this matchup. And what is Aaron Nova going for? Is he going to try to suplex the much bigger Stephen Frick?
Sometimes he gets ahead of himself,
And you see Steve Frick just fighting out of that one. There's that size and weight advantage coming into play.
Definitely not in the position he wants to be in. Kick the face. Oh, he drops all that weight with that elbow right to the sternum there. Oh, come on, Nova.
Now you suffer from the loss to Kareem the Dream. If Nova suffers a loss here to Stephen Frick, we're in the middle of the DWI Tag Team Tournament. Is that going to lose momentum for you guys?
No, man. No, not at all, because it's not about single competition. When we work together as a fine oil machine. We are definitely not the largest cats, by no means at all, but we get the job done every time because we know what we're doing and we believe in what we do. So
Steve Frick just attacking your tag team partner outside the ring, right in front of the fans here at the Village Shops.
Unless he renders Nova unconscious. Look at that. Beautiful move. Nova using the post.
And he's up on the apron. Huge drop kick.
Drop kick right into that shoulder that he just had hit up against the post.
They are brawling all over the village shops.
What he lacks in size, he more than makes up for in brains.
And like I said, the intensity here at DWI Volume 193 from Aaron Nova. It's a different Aaron Nova.
He's becoming more intense as the days go on with every match.
And senior referee Ray Riviera right there, making sure that this is a legal hold, making sure that Aaron Nova doesn't give up here.
See, he's learned that he loves wrestling. He loves to perform in front of the fans. He loves to fight. But he learned that when the bell rings, that nice guy has to go away. Oh my goodness! Jeez,
that
Louise.
kick will knock the nice guy out of you every time. And Steve
gosh.
Frick just kicked his head off.
Come on over, yes. He's still in it. All right, yes. Ooh,
I would not want to be on the receiving end of that.
My goodness, that was scary. Kicked his head right off.
And now Steve Frick just choking the life out of swagtastic Aaron Nova.
That kick made me forget what I was saying about Nova's demeanor. You realize that once the bell rings, he can't be that nice guy. It's not about being nice. Look at that. There you go.
He's biting.
Hey, man.
Whatever to get out of that. And he drop kicks the knee.
See? That's what I'm talking about. The nice guy. He knows that he's got to do what it takes to beat these guys.
And with a face buster right there, Nova, he could win this matchup. Didn't really get all of his body weight on that cover, and Steve Frick kicks out at 2.
It's not the most hygienic move, biting somebody, but...
Now this is why Aaron Nova's one half of the tag team champions with yourself. He has so much heart and determination in that ring. He doesn't care that he's the smaller competitor. He wants to wrestle anyone. He wants to wrestle everyone.
The only people that he doesn't see that because he is who he is. That only matters to everybody else. To him, he doesn't even realize that it's not an issue.
And Aaron Nova usually afraid of heights, but he makes his way to the top rope and he misses.
Oh man, come on.
Back and forth action here.
Oh, beautiful!
He just kicked him right in the mouth.
Kick. Oh my god! Oh wow! Oh.
What an amazing back and forth between Aaron Nova and Steve Frick. We saw the beautiful super kick, and then the clothesline just taking his head off.
Turned him inside out, man. I don't know.
And Steve
Come on,
Frick
Nova. Oh, this is not looking too good.
Hoists him up. What are we going to see here? And a huge spine buster.
Come on, Nova.
Those were 2 huge moves. And right there, a 3 count. And Aaron Nova,
he might have been done there.
He goes down to that freaking guy, Steve Frick.
Oh, no.
That was hard hitting. That back and forth action. Remember, folks, tickets are only $5 and kids 5 and under are free.
Man, he's going to be super disheartened. He was looking forward to this match. He really wanted to show Steven Frick what was what, but unfortunately came up a little bit short this time. I'm sure he's going to want to bring that one back if I know anything about Nova.
What a matchup here at DWI. Right now, episode 27. Are you enjoying DWI right now? Do you want to be a part of it? Contact us at facebook.com/DWI Wrestling and become a professional wrestler today.
Woo, so this one should be a barn burner here. We got the Punisher George Rodriguez versus the Priest. These two haven't been getting along very well here. Priest,
this matchup was originally scheduled to be the Mexican Punisher George Rodriguez going against the #1 contender for the social media championship, Monster, after Monster won the Battle Royal at the Angela's house. But earlier in the show, George Rodriguez almost insinuated somebody tampered with Monster's car and he couldn't make it.
Yeah, I heard something about that in the locker room, something about some brake lines or something.
He actually came out here and said he was taking the night off, but I had other plans for him. Priest has been waiting to get his hands on George Rodriguez after what George Rodriguez has done to Priest throughout his career here at DWI.
And now he's got his opportunity.
For
I
those
hope he
that
gets to make the best of it because George is a little slimy one.
and for those that don't know, George Rodriguez was the man that took Priest out of action in the early stages of his career, put him on the shelf. What was it, over 6 months?
A year. He double hip injury. He busted his hip.
So this is a grudge match of sorts right here. It's a non-title match. But if Priest wins this matchup, what does that mean? Does that mean he becomes in the hunt for the social media championship or the heavyweight championship?
If he could beat George Rodriguez in this match, I think he's in the run for whatever he wants. I think he would establish himself as a front runner. I mean, we do have the #1 contender in Dave Guevara, so I don't want to go overstepping myself, but I would definitely say maybe a shot at the social media title for sure. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is going to be hard hitting.
Some big forearms for the Punisher.
These are two big men right here, Priest and George Rodriguez.
Oh, George Rodriguez not taking this lightly at all, coming right out. But Priest
fired up, angry.
Almost barely phased by all that. Oh.
What are we going to see here?
Oh, big atomic drop. Oh.
Another one.
Oh, reverse atomic drop. That can't feel good. Huge clothesline puts George the Punisher Rodriguez over the top rope. He's looking a bit worse for wear right from Jump Street. He can't take Priest lightly. Priest is quite the specimen.
And George Rodriguez regrouping outside of the ring after the clothesline over the top rope.
There's an intensity about Priest that's a bit scary, a bit ominous. The strength of that guy is ridiculous as well. I mean, those are two big, strong guys in there.
George Rodriguez running from Priest. Priest trying to make his way in. George Rodriguez with a stomp on his head. And Priest scouted that one. And you got to think, is George Rodriguez focused on Priest? He has the Rebel Gorilla, David Guevara, breathing down his neck. He has the biggest athlete in the world. Monster, 7 foot tall, 385 pounds, human wrecking machine coming for his social media championship.
For as much success as he's endured and gotten himself this year, he sure has made himself a lot of enemies as well. He's got a huge target on his back. Everybody pretty much in the locker room is gunning for him. If you're shiesty in some way, he's befriended you by making favors. You're doing favors for other people, such as what's that tag team there, the Sinful Alliance,
arch nemesis.
Yeah, guys like Eric Curtis. He's aligned himself with some real shady characters here at DWI, and they've been getting some real results as a result of that. And yeah, man. George Rodriguez is something else, man.
And he's putting the beating on Priest right here. And you got to think, George Rodriguez, when the opportunity has presented itself, he has been cutthroat.
Oh, man, he's serious. Don't let all the smiling and the laughing and the joking fool you. He's straight business. He's looking to end you. He's looking put you out. I mean, how many guys has he put out? 4?
Rob Venomous, Priest, Alex Green, Monster.
That's 4.
Just that list of people. He's taken out the biggest competition he has every chance he gets.
And I mean, that's legitimate. These legitimate things that he's done, like hip surgeries, arms, hips, knees. I mean,
and there's people he hasn't hurt. But he has just beaten a who's who in Definitive Wrestling International. He's beaten you. He has beaten me. He's beaten Nova. He's beaten Ray Ayala. He's beaten David Guevara.
To become the heavyweight title. To claim the heavyweight title.
To be the first double champion in Definitive Wrestling International history.
Exactly. I mean, the guy, he had a plan. He followed it to perfection. And he's riding a wave of success. But again, to reiterate, he's made himself a ton of enemies here. So on any given day, he can lose those straps. So he needs to be on top of his game at all times.
And a huge side slam as the Mexican Punisher just attacks Priest.
One saving grace that might come of all that is that as everybody is chasing him, they kind of have to eliminate each other from the equation so they can get the opportunity of facing him. So, with that being said, he kind of puts people against each other so that they can clear the way for him, you know?
Yeah, and if you're going for the social media championship, you have to wait till after his duties with the heavyweight championship.
And he makes sure to remind you of all of these engagements that he has and how inconvenient it is for you because you have to wait for that person. I mean, he's a master manipulator if you really think about it. I mean, it's genius even.
And Priest looking to take out that surgically repaired leg of the Mexican Punisher.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him right now, but
what a main event we have here at DWI right now, episode 27.
Telling you what, Priest has been putting it to the champ. Huge right hand to the size of another one.
And senior referee Ray Riviera is doing his best to maintain order in this matchup, and Priest just took George Rodriguez's head off. And then a huge elbow. These really are two of the biggest competitors in DWI. You don't realize how big they are until you're standing across the ring from them.
Man, you ain't gotta tell me about all that. Oh my goodness.
And he just ran straight into that boot of George Rodriguez.
George Rodriguez has got his legs up on the ropes. That's the sort of thing. I mean, come on, man. He just kicked his head off and he's like, you know what, let me go ahead and add this weight onto your chest to try to cheat this win out from underneath
He
you.
will take any win, any way he can get it at any time.
Priest having a little trouble getting up, using those ropes.
And George Rodriguez
Punisher.
off the ropes.
Oh, huge clubbing form to the back of the neck of the Priest.
George Rodriguez just unleashing the pain on Priest. And here we go. Big Irish whip from the Mexican Punisher off the ropes.
Oh.
It looks like he only grazed him. He was going for something big there, but Priest just managed to get out of the way, and it wasn't full impact.
It looked like Priest was able to just throw himself into the ropes quick enough to avoid. Looked like he was about to get pounced by George Rodriguez, and he dove into the ropes to save himself. I think that was genius on the part of Priest.
Now fighting his way to his feet after taking a beating from the Mexican Punisher.
Look at that. That one move put him back in the game.
And huge punches back and forth. And Priest getting a second win here at the Village Shops in Ruskin, Florida.
Clothesline drops the Punisher. A little life back in the Priest. Bit of a rally. I don't know that I'd be picking that big guy up.
Well, Priest has the strength to do it, and he has the Mexican Punisher in the air.
Oh.
But George Rodriguez escapes, pushes him off the ropes.
Oh.
And a double big boot. Both men thinking the same thing, and both men kicked each other in the face.
Well, I think both men are thinking, ow.
And both men regrouping here in the main event of DWI,
in
Volume 193.
In George's case, I think he's thinking, aye.
Now this is incredible action at Definitive Wrestling International.
Two big bulls going at it. Oh, rake of the eyes. Two chops to the throat.
And that's the experience advantage George Rodriguez has over Priest.
And right there, he just turns the tide of the action with that.
What is happening here? George Rodriguez has ascended to the second rope.
Walking it. Oh my goodness.
Huge diving elbow with the...
That was a leg drop, fool. Big leg drop right there, my goodness.
I can't believe what I just seen from George Rodriguez.
He had you so, mesmerized you with the fuddle.
Absolutely, and that should have been it. I don't know how Priest kicked out of that.
I don't know either, because that was a lot of weight coming down from very far away, and you got to give it to Priest, and now, getting choked.
Just think, all this kind of action for only $5 at the Village Shops.
I know, $5. Less expensive than a movie ticket and memories forever. I'll tell you what. You know what? You got to think to yourself sometimes. If they just didn't want to listen to the ref, he didn't have to stop. He could choke him.
You don't want to get disqualified, though. You want to pick up the victory.
Big head to the sternum.
I'm sure there's some of George Rodriguez.
Putting that in that diaphragm, knocking the air out of him. Oh my goodness. These are big haymakers.
I can't believe back and forth. Those are big punches from two big men.
I mean, for real, the will to win by both of these guys. See, you know, all the cheating and all the word and all the shystiness, you know, can't help you when it comes to this. And this just proves how tough George Rodriguez. Oh, big cutter by Priest. He's got him down. He needs to go for the pin.
That should be it right here at the Village Shops.
2, 3. Oh, we got him.
No.
No, the shoulder was up on the other side. We couldn't. Oh, my
The
goodness.
camera angle didn't see it. I thought it was over, and so did you, but George Rodriguez kicked out.
Oh, my goodness. Like I was saying, when all is said and done, you got to get in there and do business, and George Rodriguez sure does. I mean, again, he resorts to chopping you in the throat and scraping your eyes, but, you know, hey.
Oh, my God, what is George Rodriguez going through for here? He heists Priest up on his shoulders.
Torture rack. Oh.
And he swings it out into a neck breaker. What an impressive maneuver from the Mexican Punisher, George Rodriguez.
Oh, and Priest kicks out.
I don't know how he kicked out of that. George Rodriguez is 6'8", and he just threw Priest off of his shoulders like that. And George Rodriguez showing signs of frustration. What is he going to have to do to put away Priest? What is Priest going to have to do to put away George?
Again, don't forget the pent-up frustration that's been building, that's been penting up by Priest for George putting him out. This is literally the first time that he's gotten his hands on him one-on-one, I believe. They've been in tag action against each other, but never one-on-one just like this. It's been a long time coming.
George Rodriguez
It's like,
just
what's this? This is it. He's
taunting him, clubbing blows to the face.
say, this is it. This is Priest. This is all there is to him.
George Rodriguez showing us just why he is the heavyweight champion. He is the social media champion, and he is the Mexican Punisher.
Can be vicious. Looks like Priest trying to climb his way up.
And he's just after punching him in the face, now he's just squeezing.
Oh,
Priest is fighting out here, and he has him
oh,
hoisted.
drives him into the canvas.
Holy spine buster from Priest.
Oh, going for what looks like to be a figure 4.
And this could be it. That's the figure 4 leg lock. That's one of the most infamous submission maneuvers in the history of professional wrestling. George
And that
Rodriguez.
surgically repaired leg of George Rodriguez. Oh my goodness!
There it is.
He's
He's tapping out.
Priest got George Rodriguez.
Priest just defeated.
Can't believe it.
He just defeated the heavyweight champion and the social media champion in a non-title contest.
I can't believe it.
What an incredible main event at DWI right now, episode
He took
27.
the surgically repaired ankle of George Rodriguez, put it in a figure 4, and made the champ tap.
And this has got to put Priest in the hunt for one of those championships that George Rodriguez holds.
I would say if he's willing to wait and see what happens with Dave Guevara, or he could go for that social media. I think it's up to him.
What a matchup, and
Oh
what
my
a
goodness,
huge
that was
victory in the
huge.
career of Priest.
George Rodriguez still writhing in pain. Can't say that I'm upset to see that. Poor George.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube at DWI Wrestling.